Because, see, they took a story of physics and they twisted it and came up with a bullshit story that some broad, running around in her birthday suit, giggling and ate an apple she wasn't supposed to. The tree of life they're referring to in Genesis is the Kabbalistic tree of life. First of all, the Old Testament was never supposed to be in your possession. The Jews did not want that out because those stories are coded stories that are written in high physics. All the Old Testament is stories about reflections, light waves, atomic weights, dates, what else? Vibrations, mathematical codes that are what that thing up in the sky creates, that makes the reality that we live in. So for all intents and purposes, that thing is God to this planet, not to me. I believe in the guy that's above him. The problem is we don't know what his name is. So that's why I believe in Jesus. The only guy in between me and the Creator. Okay? Let's watch the graph here. You see how it goes
I would
round and
expert
round?
that part.
You see the green?
There's no one between you and the Creator.
That's the serpent that's in the Garden of Eden. Okay? You see it? You see how it makes that sine wave? See that? Okay, you see how that works? Okay, now we're going to move on. I want you to look at the equation, and this is going to explain to you why I know that this is bullshit out of the Bible, what they're talking about. The Bible is not bullshit, but the way that they crafted the story and made you think of something else is. And on top of that, when you're trying to explain physics to a guy, that doesn't understand physics, you have to use other means, and that's why they use the story of the Garden of Eden. So let's look. Look at the way it's written. Okay, there's 3 axis points there, all right, which is what creates the cube. All right, but let's look at it. This is interesting. Why am I going to go to hell when I die? Look what's in parentheses. Cause I sin. You see, they just crafted stories from physics, and they did that because back in the old days, like I said, in order to get the message across to somebody, you put it in a story form. Okay? This is what this is all about. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay? Here we have a woman with an hourglass. Yeah? Okay? She's got her arm resting on a skull, which represents death. The thing that's above her head is called Oribus. It's a snake biting its tail. Okay? That represents Saturn. Okay? All halos that you see represent Saturn. All circles, the earrings that you wear, women, those earrings are a representation of time, and it comes out of Babylonian, represents Saturn. Same thing with your wedding rings. This is obviously a picture from a society called the Rosicrucians, which is, I guess, they're kind of like Masons. That's why she's holding a rose. But the hourglass and the Oribus above her head, this is basically telling you that Eve, okay, the story of Adam and Eve, it was time. That was time. It wasn't a serpent as in the snake. It was a serpent as far as time. A sine wave. Okay? Alright? You see it go around and around? You see the red colors? Red, yellow, blue, green? That's a time cube. But if we look at it, look how it's split into 4 sections. The circle is, right? Okay. Let's see where we've seen that before. There you go. There it is. You see it's on top of a church. It represents time and space. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with saving your soul. It has everything to do with a business. The 503, it's a government code. Churches don't pay taxes because it's nothing more than a government installation. And pretty much that's all that I really wanted to show you guys today.
I guess there's a plan for all of us. I had to die. Twice. Just to figure that out. Like the book says, it works its work in mysterious ways. Some people like it. Some people don't.
Why do the people think they know things and talk about how others don't know anything? Why is it so easy to get people to call other people sheep? Is that not just a new underground pop thing to say? You have homophobia, this could be sheepophobia. Everybody calls everybody else a sheep. They talk about how they're awake. People believe that if they watch a 6-hour video by David Icke, or watch Endgame by Alex Jones, or study the Illuminati online, they believe that after doing so, that has anything, in any way, to do with being awake. They believe it. I'm not kidding. They can't get enough. Addicted to posting their opinion in a forum. Chasing that white rabbit everywhere it goes. And they call themselves awake because the system wants you to call yourself awake. It loves that. Cockiness, arrogance, and hating other people. And as you're sucked into this, it is consuming you and you don't know it. You don't even realize it. You just prefer to be able to call people sheep. Perhaps subconsciously resent that you were called a sheep. You want to be able to say it too. The naivety with that is that you don't know anything that they know.
Right.
And they know you don't know it. You're not hurting their feelings.
Right.
You're making them laugh at you. Because you're eating up mostly propaganda that they have distributed. Calling yourself awake and pointing your finger at them, and you are hardly enabled to deal with them or even your own self. John, tell me why. John, gimme. John, tell me another answer, please. And can you answer this question for me? And what's your opinion on that? You owe me a response. I owe you a response. How much am I getting paid to do this? Oh, that's right. Nothing. I couldn't even count the number of people that have declared being awake to me. Couldn't do it. People are very easily controlled. All they have to do is create a new subcategory of personalities.
Yep, labels.
But now you have the jocks, you have the rednecks, you have the goths, you have the preppies, you have the business people, and the whatever. Now they have the awake people. The reason nobody knows anything can only be explained to you by a metaphor, of course. In this realm, you can only use metaphor. Think of the difference between a broadband connection and a 56K connection. Now, there are people that know what is occurring in this reality. Many of them join secret societies. So it's not that they have knowledge, it's just that they have acquired information. They went in reverse.
Right.
You see, true knowledge is true knowledge. Those with understanding understand what I just said. Those without don't. It's pre-symbol. A symbol is no different than any expression, a song, a picture, a sound, a look, a touch. A symbol should be the result of knowledge.
Right.
The understanding, the awareness, and then you have the symbol surface. Having somebody learn symbols and then distributing a very strategically limited amount of meaning to that person does not give them knowledge. They perceive that they're getting knowledge. For example, I could say the word gum to some bubblegum popping dizzy-minded cheerleader, and the only meaning that she may come up with when she hears that word is chewing gum. I could say the same word gum to somebody else and they may think chewing gum, but they could also think a gum tree, or the gums around your teeth. Could say it to another person, they'll think chewing gum, a gum tree, gums around your teeth, but maybe they're thinking even deeper, maybe they have a deeper understanding. Metaphorical comparison to other things.